Marilyn Monroe is a legendary film actress, model, and singer. On August 5, 1962, the star passed away at the age of 36. What caused death and some facts about the incredible pop diva. Death of a star. On August 5, 1962, Marilyn Monroe was found dead in her home in Los Angeles. She held a telephone receiver in her hand, and an empty medicine bottle lay beside her. The coroner stated that Monroe died of an overdose of sleeping pills. Until now, there are many different versions of the circumstances of the death of the actress. From the official, that is, suicide, to speculation about the murder. And they all have the right to life, because Marilyn never left a suicide note. Marilyn is a false name. Since many actors adopt a stage name, this late Hollywood star was not named Marilyn Monroe. At birth, she was named Norma Jean Baker. Got married at 16. Marilyn spent most of her childhood in foster families. When she was 15 years old, the family decided to move to a new place and could not take her with them. So that the actress would not end up in an orphanage, they asked their neighbor James Doherty to marry Marilyn, and so her first marriage took place. Her mother was in a mental hospital. Marilyn Monroe's mother, Gladys Baker, was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and was admitted to a mental hospital. So she gave Marilyn to a foster family when she was only 2 weeks old. And when Marilyn became famous, she told people that she was her daughter. But no one believed her. Marilyn Monroe didn't like being in front of the camera. Actor Don Murray said that Marilyn was embarrassed in front of the camera. Before she went on stage, she also developed a rash on her body. What is the secret of Marilyn Monroe? Marilyn Monroe had very dry skin, so she always used a lot of moisturizers. The film star even applied a thin layer of petroleum jelly under the tonal foundation. This technique provided her face. What was Monroe like? Perfectionism. Marilyn took her work very seriously. She drove the film crew crazy, forcing them to reshoot takes 20 to 30 times. The actress carefully analyzed every line of her heroine, and if it seemed implausible to her, she refused to play. How much IQ does Monroe have? During Marilyn Monroe's lifetime, most considered the actress to be a stupid, close-minded blonde, but her IQ was 168 points. For comparison, Albert Einstein's intelligence was rated at 163 points. In fact, the girl, who gave the impression of a naive fool, devoted a huge amount of time to self-education. What disease did Marilyn Monroe have? Chronic depression. Monroe suffered from severe depression from a young age, trying to be treated not only with the help of qualified specialists, but also with potent psychotropic substances. Marilyn was terrified of ending her life in a psychiatric clinic, as happened with her mother and grandmother. How many abortions did Monroe have? She was pregnant at least 4 times. And every time miscarriages. She assured that she had not had a single abortion. Whose mistress was Monroe? The love story of the legendary actress and singer Marilyn Monroe and the 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, became one of the most resonant and controversial events of the 20th century, which left a mark on the fate of all the participants in this scandalous novel. Future lovers met in 1961, but feelings between them did not flare up immediately. Where is Marilyn Monroe's house located? Historic Alwood Mansion, the largest piece of real estate in Holmby Hills, one of the most prestigious areas of Los Angeles, was sold for $88 million. Once upon a time, Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, and Cher lived or visited it. How did Monroe become popular? The first success of Marilyn Monroe on the big screen was a small role in the film The Asphalt Jungle. Film critics responded positively to her acting, and Monroe was immediately offered to star in another film. Why is Marilyn Monroe great? Marilyn Monroe is not only a great actress, but also a style icon who, with her outfits frank and simply beautiful, spectacular, and eccentric, gave life to several cultural phenomena and provided inspiration for more than one generation of designers and celebrities. Well, now I suggest you look at the best photos of this charming woman.